When I look back on those first couple of weeks when we were called into isolation, I can remember I was scared. I was really scared at first, which, makes a lot of sense. COVID was new. Nobody really knew anything about it. So fear is instilled in the unknowing. That made a lot of sense to me. So in the beginning, my partner was able to stay home, and together we created a nice, cozy environment with our 2 dogs and ourselves in our beautiful home. I had already purchased a couple of gallons of this beautiful metallic pink paint, and I started painting the kitchen. Some dance friends from all around the world had a great idea of getting people to send in little snippets of dance and created something really awesome together. So we were doing it right. Then came the time for my partner to have to go back to work. He works at the med center. And so we decided the day that he went back to work that I was going to take him and drop him off, and then I would pick him up. We really felt like we had planned for his returning back to work. So the time came, I drove him and I dropped him off, said goodbye, and I watched him walk away. I then got this overwhelming feeling, this intensity stirring up inside. And I let out tears. Heavy, heavy tears. This was something we hadn't planned for. At least I hadn't planned for. I mean, where did these tears come from? Before I dropped him off, I felt so secure. I felt great about what we were doing and confident about our choices. Through my tears, I started noticing the people walking through the parking lot. They were walking into the med center, and they were heavy. Everybody looked as if they were withdrawn and felt hollow. Their eyes and their faces looked as if they didn't have any expression, that there was nothing living inside. And I started realizing where that fear was coming from. I was feeling the fear that was surrounding me, this fear of the unknown. Once I was able to get a grasp on what I was feeling, I was able to control myself, and I was able to drive away, and I was able to get back to a place where I felt safe, back to my home. And I went and I grabbed my dogs and I cuddled up, and I really wanted to check in with myself and what I was feeling. And so I started taking them for a walk. As we were walking, I started looking around at all the nature. And I was also noticing how the nature was making me feel calm. So I started looking around and really taking in what I was seeing. And as I was doing so, I was reminded of the birch trees and how the birch trees grow in a community. They grow from the same root. And it started to make me think about us as a society and this opportunity that we have and how we need to act like birch trees. Realizing that together we make a community, and to be strong, we need to be able to take care of ourselves, to really look at ourselves and grow tall towards the sky. And then I was thinking about the sky and noticing how many birds of prey I was seeing. And those birds of prey got me thinking, they don't waste all of their energy on every single thing that they see. Instead, they spend their time observing, seeing everything around them. And then when they hone in and they find what they need to focus on, they use all of their energy. All that stored up energy is used for their survival. And then it brought me back down to the ground again, and this whole connection. I started thinking about the hospital and how they're like large oaks. They're there protecting everybody underneath. There are these giant arms reaching out. And big enough to be able to even throw a party underneath one of those large oaks. And that's not my role. My role is to be one of those birch trees, to be able to be strong, independent, but yet strong and part of the community. And that starts with me. That starts with how I spend my time at home. It's the food that I put into my body. It's the rest that I need at night or during the day. It's taking time to sit, to conserve my energy, to use it wisely. It's taking the opportunity to dig deep inside and to really get to know myself. It's strange. I know everybody's ready to get 2020 over with. But when I think about it, this past year, I have grown so much as a person because I chose not to fall into fear, and I took that time to connect with myself and to connect with nature.